Hello, welcome to our next episode, which we decided to attribute to summer drinks because it's a summer. So raise a glass to the summer, if with an alcoholic beverage, which is not necessarily a necessity for everyone. For me, maybe it's just me, and I could be wrong. What is the summer drinks for you, Natasha?
Well, on our cover shot, you will see a glass and a can. The can is a canned margarita, which has tequila in it and agave cactus sugar. And the brand is called Cayman Jack. Cayman Jack. And the Cayman Islands are a popular place for people to go for the summertime. So I like to drink margaritas in the summertime. I also like lemonade. I also like something that you may find unusual. It's a Turkish drink and it's called ayran,
Yeah, I
A
know that's
Y
milk,
R A N.
milk with the.
So it's, yeah. It's like I make it with yogurt, a little bit of salt, and on ice with a little bit of water.
Yeah, I've tried it before. I like it very much. It's used to be one of my favorite, not now. But when I saw your picture, which you made for this episode, I thought that's a beer. And do you remember where you first held in your hand a bottle of, not a bottle, pack of beers in these cans? I guess it was 1960s when they first started to do it. Beer, I guess, gets canned first, and then a Coke.
Well, I have several memories. Since I grew up around the world, we were always drinking because my family are kind of like high class alcoholic. Well, what I mean is we drank a lot. It was a military family, and we lived in Germany, we lived in Turkey, we traveled to Italy, we were all over Greece. So alcohol was always around us.
Yeah, but was it the can, the aluminum can? Aluminum can. It wasn't always the thing.
Well, I don't like aluminum cans
But
because I think they cause Alzheimer's.
really,
I like, I don't drink Coca Cola very much. I don't drink soft drinks very much. And when I drink a beer, I want it in a bottle because glass is good, cans are bad.
well, um that's I guess up to you, or whoever is choosing their own
Which,
poison. And I like bottles too. I like the glass bottle
mhm.
personally. But I remember that movie. Probably aluminum can is very handy, and they started to manufacture the it for the beer industry in 1960, I guess. And I've seen a movie about the Philadelphia experiment. If you ever heard of it, that was a military experience in 1945 or something, when they tried to take
Oh,
a ship off the radar, make it invisible. And two soldiers came from 1945 to 19, I don't know, 70, I guess. And one of them found this bottle of beer, another bottle, can, aluminum can of beer. Look at this, what is it? And then they found out there's beer inside. I opened it, and I was a child when I saw this movie. I don't remember what the name was. Well, American movie, definitely. But I remember somehow this aluminum can and the soldier from 1945 who came to our time and never saw that before. No, never saw the aluminum can. And but I personally, I myself remember in 1992, I first that was the first time when I saw the plastic bottle used for I guess for Coke, or I don't know, some kind of a beverage. I
right,
hate plastic.
right.
I hate plastic, but it's
Yeah.
convenient, yeah. But I hate it.
Well, they are putting a lot of things in cans now. I saw that Jack Daniels got together with Coca Cola, and this summer put out a Jack and Coke in a can.
Jack Daniels is my favorite. Regardless of it's a summer or winter, I think that's an icon. Jack Daniels is.
Yes.
I remember we spoke once about our preferences, and somehow I know it's American bourbon, how you call it. Uh,
You know,
it's
whiskey.
expensive. It's kind of expensive here. How much is it going for in Dallas?
Well, if someone else buys your drink, it's free.
No, I mean the bottle drink.
No, I mean the bottles. I don't know. You can get it. You can get it pretty easily. You can. There's a liquor store right near to the lake,
Mm-hmm.
and I live near the lake, and a big housing area where everybody has a lot of money and drinks. So you can get Jack Daniels in different size bottles. It's probably $25.
Yeah, that's about the same here. How could it be? I don't know, because you gotta bring it from the U.S. to Russia. Have you seen this movie, The Scent of a Woman, with Al Pacino in it?
Oh yes, I
Yeah.
love that movie.
Remember that scene? Maybe you don't, but somehow it just came up in my mind. Al Pacino says, "And bring the John Daniel, Battle of John Daniel." But this guy, the young guy who was with,
Yeah.
he said, "No, it's not John, it's Jack Daniels." And Al Pacino says, "Not to me, because we've known each other too long. To me, it's John." And somehow that made
That's
it
good.
very funny. Yeah. I should find
That's
it and look it up again. That's very,
that's good.
very wonderful, very good movie. You liked it?
A couple, yeah, I like it a lot. I like the tango scene in there. It's very classy. I also know about a couple years before the pandemic, I was with my friend Anton here in Dallas and his dad. And we had gone across the river into this area called Oak Cliff, which has lots of bars and clubs. And I was looking at this little art gallery, and it was summertime, so hot. So they dropped me off to the art gallery for about 15, 20 minutes. And then I walked 2 blocks to where they were drinking at this little club called Pier 1. And it was just a little outside patio bar. But it was probably 104 degrees Fahrenheit, like, I don't know, 42 Celsius. So it was really hot. So I walk in, and they were having some drink specials. And they had this thing called a slushy. So it's like grated up ice, and then they put Jack on it.
So
And
Jack and the Rocks.
yeah, well, no, little. It was like it's like a very no little. It was like a slushy, little tiny, like snow, like putting snow into a glass, like putting 2 balls of snow
Mm-hmm.
into a glass.
Mm-hmm.
So I came in from outside, and it was really hot, and they were joking and tricking me. They go, "Here, Patricia, we got you a slushy."
Natasha.
So I drank it really, really fast. And then they went out to go get the car to come back around. And the Jack and Coke hit my brain. First of all, it was alcohol. And then it was like straight ice. So I had like an ice freeze. So then I realized that like I was drunk. And so I was trying to stand up, and I had this idea that if I eat crackers, that will absorb the alcohol. So I go to the server and I ask for some crackers. And then I go into the bathroom and I'm just eating crackers. And I'm texting my friend to tell them that I'm like very confused. But I texted the wrong person. I texted his cousin. So anyhow, they came back around and got me and put me in the car. And like I was so hungry, so we went to get tacos. So never drink Jack and Coke straight up and have a brain freeze.
I don't know why would anyone mix Jack and Coke. It's you kill you mix Coke with whiskey, you kill the whiskey. Well, I know it's popular,
Now,
but
this is Texas. We do stupid stuff.
you do.
Yeah, we do a lot of stupid stuff.
Hey, yeah, is there any Starbucks in Texas? Yeah, I mean they when
Of
they
course, they're everywhere.
yeah they probably offer lots of pineapple and all kind of summer drinks in your area, alcohol free, right?
Yeah, I don't go to Starbucks too much, but a lot of people are drinking daiquiris. Now, I don't like daiquiris because they're based with rum. I like tequila drinks and whiskey.
Is it sold by
But
Starbucks?
no, Starbucks is mainly coffee or like green mate tea and just overpriced nonsense. So I tend not to go to Starbucks.
No Jack Daniels.
I like
They don't serve Jack Daniels, do they?
no. It's like a coffee place.
Forget about Starbucks. Yeah,
But there's a place I like to go to. It's called Mexico Lindo, and they have mango margaritas with a kind of a hot pepper salt around the rim. They're fabulous.
why is the pepper hot? Oh, hot pepper. I understood. It didn't. It wasn't warmed. It's just hot because it's very spicy.
No,
Right?
they rub the rim of the glass with a lime. Then they put the glass down on some spicy salt and tamarind. So the edge of the glass is coated. Then they put in the drink.
Yeah, that's how they drink tequila. You mentioned Turkey people, Turkish they drink very hot tea. Not only Turkish people at Arabic too.
Greeks,
Very
Greeks.
Greeks have very hot tea. I tried that once, didn't work for me because I almost died because it was too hot. And I drank lots of a kettle of very hot tea. I thought this should work, but it didn't. I don't know. Maybe it's not for everyone. I would prefer ice cream or ice cream based beverages. Some kind of milkshake. Very. Although
Yeah, I
many
love
people
those. I
avoid
love
sugar
those for
these
some.
days, but me, I can't. Do you like some kind of ice cream based
Yes, yes.
cocktails?
One of the things that I used to drink growing up was root beer. So it's not beer; it's just like sassafras,
I tried that when I was in the
and
U.S.
and it has a ball of vanilla ice cream, and it tastes great in the summertime.
Do they
It's classic.
still make Dr. Pepper?
Dr. Pepper came out of Texas.
Is it
Yeah,
still on for sale?
yes, yes. A lot of restaurants have a Coca-Cola agreement, which means they don't allow Dr. Pepper.
Oh,
Coca-Cola is like a monolithic monster.
so they considered competitors or what?
Well, yeah, they don't want they Coca-Cola wants all the business.
And root beer is made
So,
by who?
Mr. Root,
Oh,
I don't know.
no,
No,
I thought you were serious. You were mocking me. Who would make root beer? Probably the third competitor.
no. Root beer is not a competitor.
Not? Oh.
Root beer is like stuff that people used to drink in the 1950s, 1960s. So it is served in retro diners, but regular bars would never have root beer, and nobody drinks root beer in a bar.
And
They're drinking.
not to change the subject, but have you tried to drink very hot tea when it's 100 degrees outside?
Of course, I traveled all over Turkey in a bus going from Ankara to God knows where, and there's no air conditioning, and everybody's smoking, and everybody has a thermos of hot tea.
I don't know. I don't get
Welcome
the
to my
idea. I don't like it. I don't
no,
know.
no. I don't like it either. But But for example, in Turkey, the little tea houses, that's where men go to sit and just gossip, drink tea, and play backgammon while the women are in the fields doing all the work.
Well, sounds like an ideal place I would like to be. Never met that one.
Yeah, yeah. No, I mean tea is served traditionally, and also in upper class homes, and a lot of people have beautiful tea sets, and I have silver teaspoon, and I have porcelain this, and it's like all the accoutrements of tea drinking.
How about coffee?
But
Coffee in the hot weather.
how about coffee?
Yeah. Do you like it?
I always like coffee. I like coffee with ice cream,
Yeah, that's what I
and
thought.
that's like Viennese. That's cafe affogato.
S-
And then they serve it with a little small thing of cold water.
So you brew some coffee, then you cool it down, probably put it in the freezer.
No,
No?
no. Escúchame.
Was that
You make your coffee.
escúchame is
That's
excuse me in Spanish, right?
right. That's Spanish.
Because I remember you
That's
spoke
for our.
few languages, Canadian and Spanish.
Okay, so just for our Spanish listeners, yes, we have somebody in Valencia, Spain, who might be listening.
Hola.
Okay, anyhow, so what you do if you're gonna do like you're at home and you make hot coffee and you get a very beautiful mug or so whatever you want to put it in, and then you have your ice cream cold in your freezer, and then you have some cold water in your ice box, and then you have a beautiful tray. So you put your little tiny glass of cold water on the tray. Then you get your beautiful mug and you pour in your super hot coffee. Then you get a ball of vanilla ice cream and you float it. So afogado means drowned. So when you sit at your chair with a beautiful spoon, you have this super hot coffee with the cold ice cream floating in it, and you're in paradise.
Maybe, but I'm thinking can't get rid of the idea if you cool down the coffee, put it in the freezer. Would that
Well, you
still
can
be
do whatever you
tasty?
want.
Yeah, would that still be tasty? I'm going to try this tomorrow.
Well, I put some coffee into ice cube tray because I had some leftover coffee I didn't drink. I just put it in the ice cube tray.
Mm-hmm.
And
And
then the next day,
mm-hmm.
I got a beautiful glass and I filled it with milk.
Mm-hmm.
And then I put into it the coffee ice cubes.
And
Voila. Well, then
really?
I
Well,
put a shot of bourbon
oh, the
and I
bourbon.
sat down.
What about just milk and coffee, ice cubes? Would you need to sugar it a little bit, or is it just tasty as is? I like the idea very much because coffee ice cubes first of all, sounds great, it looks great, and it probably tastes great. But we call
Yeah.
milk. That sounds like a new recipe. Do you know when I was digging pool, quote unquote, this past weekend, I drank a lot of honey. You take water, just pure water, still water,
You
and
were digging a pool?
quote unquote, yeah. But
Okay.
let's not focus on the pool thing. Let's talk about beverages.
I
So
thought you were talking about like shooting pool.
no. I was digging it with a shovel. So it was very hot,
Okay.
100 degrees, not 100, it's 90 degrees this past weekend in Moscow. So you dig a pool with a shovel, very hot, right? Sweaty, like a pig. And I took some water, put some honey in it, and then added some Apple vinegar. I never read somebody do the thing,
Oh,
but I liked it because it's like lemon with honey and water. And if it's
that sounds
cold, it sounds
good.
great. Yeah, I liked it a lot. I'm not sure if I am the one who would be considered the inventor of the thing because no, I'm sure somebody tried that already. Maybe didn't put it on Tribune, but if you ever see the apple vinegar and have some honey in your house, just mix it
That
all
sounds
with
really
water
good.
and see if you like it. And that would be called
That
the
sounds like,
Moscow Mule. Well,
oh, no,
better
no, no. That's
version,
not a Moscow
be,
Mule.
version 2.1.
No, no. A Moscow Mule has to be in a copper cup. It has to have ginger beer. And then I drink what's called tequila mule or Maria Mule
Hmm.
because you put in tequila ginger beer instead of vodka. But you did invented something. Yes, you have invented something.
Maybe I did.
So
What
are
if I invented something? Should I patent it? I don't know. Because if you mixed honey, apple vinegar, and water, and you have this beverage which can be cooled down, or maybe you should, on the contrary, just heat it up as much as possible. I've not tried it, but in the winter I
no,
will try. Maybe this one will be called. I don't know how to call it. Swimming pool beverage,
no,
beverage.
no, no. It's going to be called um, cider bang.
What's that?
CIDER bang. Like
Uh,
you shot someone.
w- w-
You have to have a great name, like
they
Jack
they
Daniels.
they have yeah, Jack.
Cider bang.
Jack Daniels, you make me want to go to the liquor store and buy one, which I probably
Okay, that's
will.
great. Well, our next episode is going to be about paradise. And what's so interesting about paradise is that in paradise, many people believe that we are going to be non corporal. We're not going to have our body. So, my question in our next episode is, will we be eating and drinking in paradise?
Well, if you have Jack Daniel, bottle of Jack Daniel, you can experience paradise in your bodily form.
Very good, very good. Well, adios for now.
Auf Wiedersehen. It's in German.